What's going on, everyone? We are back with episode 3 of God of War, the original on the PlayStation 2. It's been a while since my first episode, or my second episode. That's because summer ended and school started, which meant time flew out the window. But I had some time this weekend to film an episode, so I thought, why not? Just before we get into it, I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who watched that first episode. I was not expecting it to get nearly as many views as it did. Like, it got around 180 views or something like that, which I guess to most people isn't a lot, but to me it means, I just want to say thank you. I didn't think it would get really any views, so seeing 180 is a happy thing. So, if I remember correctly, last time we left off, we got the Zeus power, I think, yeah. Zeus's Fury, and we were heading up to the rooftops. I am not a huge fan of the rooftop area. This part kind of confused me the first time I played it, just because I was unsure of where to go. I didn't know that you needed the Zeus power-up, so... But, right now, we should be okay. It's been a while since I played, so we'll see if that comes out in the gameplay. It might be a little bit rusty. But, I'm trying to remember where I left off, actually. Got full health, don't need to torture that guy. But yeah, like I said, school started up again, third year of university, and time is just not there. A lot of readings to do, a lot of papers. I know just this past week, I worked on 2 papers. I had, I think they're due on Tuesday, actually. One's due on Tuesday, one's due on Monday, but I got one of them done, already submitted it, and then the second one is pretty much done. I just need to proofread it and set up a reference page, but that's pretty good. Now, getting into this area, if I remember correctly, there are a few chests, I think, that are hidden along the edge. It might actually just be one. Oh, this area. Okay. Which one do I want to do first? I'll get rid of this bird. Okay. Well, that's not supposed to happen. The PS2 has not been turned on in a while, and it appears it is having some issues. Oh, it came back. Alright. Minor hiccup. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. If it does happen again, I have a strategy that might help it. See, the thing with old technology, and I said this at the beginning of the first episode, this is a playthrough on the PS2, and it's purposely done on the PS2. Why? For nostalgic reasons. This is meant to be a time capsule-esque playthrough, because there are infinitely better ways to be playing this game right now and recording it and putting it on YouTube, and it would look much better in any of those ways and probably perform better. The game does run at 60 frames on the PS2. It's just the setup that I have only captures 30 frames. That's just how the capture card is at 1080p, which is fine. I don't care for this game, but one of the reasons why we are playing it on the PS2 is to experience all the nuances that would have come, and all the difficulties and growing pains that would have come with this version of the game. That being one of them. The disc may not read every single time, and if that's the case, then I will probably put the game case on the disc trace to make sure the laser's actually reading it properly. Okay. Can I target those guys from here? I think so. we got one. Got two. I'm pretty sure there's more than just those two, so what I might do here, just to avoid having to do this part over and over and over again, is time it, jump, and then jump, and then we made it. Okay. I just hate this power-up. It's just... okay. I gotta remember buttons. It's not my favorite. It's only useful in instances like that. I'm pretty sure when you upgrade it, it has some melee capabilities, but it's pretty useless otherwise. But we got the chests that I wanted to get over here, which is good. There is another chest along the edges, but what I'm gonna do before the... okay. Circle this swing. Right. What I'm going to do before that is just go back to the save real quick and do that. Alright, got the save. I just wanted to save because it's very easy to die getting this chest, and I don't want to have to keep redoing everything. Yeah, see, it's a little platform right there. Beautiful. Alright. This is just an eye. Okay, we have 4 or 5, however many that was. Like I said, it's been a while. I'm not entirely sure where we are in terms of gadgetry progress, but looks like we're doing okay so far. Still trying to figure out exactly what I want the purpose of these videos to be, because I know I said time capsule nostalgia. That's absolutely the #1 priority for these things, but I guess they could also be looked at as a kind of walkthrough, because I do know my way around this game. Like, I know how to get through the story, which is pretty much what a walkthrough is. I mean, I'm not going through every single chest because I just don't know where every single chest is. I think I mentioned in the first episode, I know where a few of them are, or I've only missed a couple of them. Did I even need to talk to that guy? Because I can just zap him. Nice. Well, that's the first case of holding a lever to keep the bridge extended, but maybe he... you know what, never mind. I'm not going to think too much about that. Alright, so... we must be getting close to where we go to the Pandora's Temple. When I first started this playthrough, I'd just kind of played through these games, so I knew kind of where I was through the story, but it's been like 4 months, and I can't remember things that well much anymore, just from an injury in grade 11 gym. But it's been getting better recently. But I don't exactly remember what comes next. Sweet. More health. I'll take more health. How are we doing for upgrades? Yeah, okay. I want to upgrade my blades first before I upgrade any powers. I know I'm not gonna upgrade the sword to use it during the story, because I really just don't... I liked the sword the first time I played through it, but then played through it again, and I like the blades so much better, so I'm just gonna go with the blades. I don't really need to rely on magic too much right now, so... plus this doesn't take that much to upgrade. Like, I'm not gonna upgrade Medusa or Zeus's Fury until the very end, when I just have points to spare. But right now I'm just gonna shoot. I gotta remember. So you can't yoink those guys out of the ground yet, or in this game I don't think. I think in one of the other games you can. You can just damage each other though, which I guess is helpful. There is one really, did I get this guy? There was one really, really brutal part with those guys later on in the game, and it was, I think it was altered for different regions because it was just seen as too, I didn't want to do that, unnecessarily graphic, I suppose. It's the part, and we'll get there eventually, it's the part where you have to sacrifice one of the soldiers that's already been just hanging up in like a cage somewhere, and you have to sacrifice him into like a firewall type thing. But the annoyance that comes with that part is that you need to push him up a hill, and there's only a couple of spots where you can prop the cage up so that he doesn't just slide right back down the hill, and those guys are everywhere, and they will just annoy the hell out of you because they'll attack you, and if they hit you once, then the cage will slide back down, and I'm not looking forward to that part. But luckily for you guys, or whoever's watching, you can just see the cut version of it where I don't have to painfully go through the whole thing. So, I guess it's not so bad. It'll be a struggle long forgotten, I suppose. Okay. So, we're at the top of here, okay. Gotta get the Oracle.
Oracle!
Kratos! Praise Athena, you've arrived! Ah! No! Kratos! Kratos! Find me! You must find me! Athens depends on it!
That puzzle, the speed puzzle thing that you have to do, that's not too bad. But like I was saying, the sound should be pretty much improved. That first episode, every time I go back and kind of watch it, is brutal in some parts, especially if you have headphones. I truly apologize for that. I was not aware, like, I do little test recordings before I do the main recording, and because I just wasn't moving around, I didn't think it an issue, and the little few seconds that it took to do the test recording, that just didn't pop up. But watching it over on YouTube with like my AirPods or something, and it's just brutal, so I apologize for that. Oh, can I counterattack now? I didn't think I could. I was also thinking about... Oh, I can, nice. I was also thinking about doing a face cam, but I don't have an extra camera, and my MacBook just sits on the floor, so I can't use the webcam for it. But I was thinking, because I have a slew of older iPhones at my disposal, I could turn one of those into a face cam of sort, but I don't have a tripod that is functional anymore. I used my old one during my proposal, and I had to kind of cannibalize it to get the phone mounting part to work with an actual like telescope tripod, and I think the plastic cracked and broke or something, so it's out of commission. But that's not to say that I can't turn anything else around the house into a stand. I do have the PS4 camera stand, so I wonder if I could kind of prop that up with the phone, maybe? I don't know. But then again, it would probably dramatically increase the size of... I can come back across this bridge, right? Yeah, if I need that chest. It would probably dramatically increase the size of the video file, because it would be not only the video recording I have right now, which it thinks is in 1080p, and it would also be probably a 1080p feed from one of the iPhones there, but that's fine. We got upload speed. Pretty sure there's a cutscene here.
Kratos!
Bees. Yeah, okay, well, I thought we just went right to the cutscene from there to the grave site over there, but I guess we gotta fight a bunch of these guys. I really don't remember this game. It's only been a couple months. It's terrible. But nonetheless, it'll be a little surprising. Nothing a little surprise never hurt. Okay, maybe not. Maybe this will hurt. Gotta move! She killed one of them for me. Okay, moving again. It helped me a lot once I realized that I just had to flick the right joystick, the evade stick, to avoid getting frozen, because just trying to attack her the whole time, or just trying to get out of the frozen, the stone, quick enough before something can attack you is just not practical. And then once I learned you could do that, it made these kinds of fights way easier. But I seem to be doing okay. I got her in the air. Seem to be doing okay so far. These harpies are never ending, aren't they? Okay. Winning.
Good, my boy, good. Athena has chosen wisely. I knew it was so.
Who are you?
So, you have the blades, the skin as pale as the moon. You are the one indeed. Perhaps Athens will survive at that. But be careful. Don't want you dying before I'm done with this grave.
A grave? In the middle of a battle? Who will occupy it, old man?
You will, my son. Oh, I've got a lot of digging to do indeed. All will be revealed in good time. And when all appears to be lost, Kratos, I will be there to help.
There's a lot of speculation around this guy when this game came out, apparently. I was not old enough to play these games when they were, I guess, in their prime. Especially when this one came out. I was 2 years old. But there was a lot of speculation about him that I read. Yeah, okay. Some people thought he was Zeus because he referred to Kratos as his son, and he was just kind of like the, I guess, a down-to-earth version of Zeus. Which is interesting, but I mean, with the current, I guess, canonical sense that the rest of the games bring, it kind of disproves that, except they kind of played with it in one of the PSP games, I believe. Oh crap, there's a chest up there. Got it. I can't remember if it was Chains of Olympus or Ghost of Sparta. It might have been Chains of Olympus, where you, in like one of the battle modes, I think, or one of the arena modes that you can play once you beat the game, and I think you had to collect certain artifacts or beat the arena mode in a certain amount of time or something, you would unlock the old man to play as, which seems odd until you realize that his special power is turning into Zeus with the Blade of Olympus, and you get to fight with him. So, I don't know, it's a little strange, just because the Blade of Olympus didn't come out until the second game, and I guess by that point, the theory of him being his father would have been disproved with that second game, or I guess the old man being Zeus would have been disproved. But now I'm not so sure. But then again, I wasn't really around or conscious of the fact back then, so I can't really speak on it from a lived experience perspective. This part also annoyed me when I was younger, just because, like, again, old games don't really tell you how to play them. You have to learn how to play them, and that's kind of being lost with modern games. They kind of just spoon feed you everything, which is nice in some cases, but it takes the fun away from it. Like you don't have that much of a triumphant moment when playing these things anymore. I guess the only triumphant moment would be if there's like a really difficult area and you finally beat it, but that's just more kind of sheer skill. It's not so much figuring something out. Okay, I gotta push this thing on the... Like, I had no idea you could move those statues. Get some health here just so I don't fumble. I had no idea you could move these statues, and you're not kind of pushed towards these statues in any kind of way. So you just kind of have to fight off the birds, look around the room after you realize you've been fighting the birds for 10 minutes and they still keep coming, so you have to just kind of logically go through your options here and be like, okay, well, there's got to be a way to get rid of these things or stop them or something, and then you realize, oh, they're coming out of the walls, so you have to find something maybe to plug the walls up, and then you come to the statues, and yeah, and then you stop it. And once you realize you can do that, it becomes a really quick fix, and then you just kind of take out the rest of them. Alright. The button spamming. I am sorry if that comes up in the recording. There's not a whole lot that I can do about that. Just, I don't have proper mics in the controller. I'm trying to hold it as far away as possible from my body, I guess. Okay. But, I mean, just the way the buttons sound, they're clicky and everything, the tactile ness of them, I guess. You're gonna hear it. So, okay, here I gotta remember. I thought there was some secret chests around here somewhere. Over here, perhaps. I think there's one. Okay, across on the very far left side. What's over here? Oh. Okay, that one's very hidden. Gotta walk up the stairs again. I think there's one on the very far left side as well, in the glass, and then the stained glass, I think, if there even is any over there. Yeah, okay, there is. So meander my way over there, not falling. Okay, this is very much easier to do with PS2 joysticks than it was on the Vita, because if you've ever come on, if you've ever played on a PS Vita, the joysticks on there were incredibly, I guess, limited in their articulation. I guess, if that's the correct word. They're very small. You can't. Okay, I wasn't expecting to make that. What's the word I'm looking for? Like the PS2 joysticks, you have a lot of room for movement, I suppose. Like you have more, not variety, that's not the word, but I'm drawing a blank. If you see the size of a PS Vita and you see the size of a DualShock 2 or 3 or 4, any PlayStation home controller, you know what I mean. The joystick is way bigger. You have a wider array of movement, I guess, with them. And PS Vita, with these balancing sequences where it's so sensitive, having that extra array of movement really helps. You can get a little bit more precise. Whereas if your array of movement is, or I guess your range of movement is smaller, then you have a harder time being more precise with it. But we made it across. I should be able to upgrade my blades pretty soon, yeah. Just need a couple more 100 points. We should be okay. These guys aren't going to give it to me, but they'll get it closer for me. Doing attacks and then getting hit in the middle of those attacks is annoying. Oh boy, okay. Triangle didn't register. Just grab these, yeah. These guys aren't the armored guys, you can just grab them and chuck them around or rip them in half. Okay, it's just a bunch of them, I suppose. Okay, please have mercy. Forgot I'm also in hard mode, so everything hurts a little more. Try and get a big combo. Big wombo combo. Okay, that guy had to be the hero. That's not... I'm so glad in later God of Wars they just put the amount of red orbs that you had on the screen. I didn't mean to do that. On the screen, because it's annoying to... It's annoying just having that number up there, like number 12, whatever. It doesn't mean anything. Like, I'm not sure why they went with that, because it's not like, you know, 1 is 100 or 1 is 1,000 or something like that. It's just not really a unit of measurement. It's just a number to indicate that the bar has been filled 12 times. Because unless there's some weirdo math going on, which is also pointless when you're playing the game. Like, I'm not having my calculator out here trying to figure out what quotient is, or if there is a quotient of 12 into 3,000 something, whatever I have. Okay. You are not worth it, because even if she falls, she just appears in ghost form. And she dies anyway, even later in the game, so it doesn't matter. Spoiler alert, but the game came out 18 years ago, so if you haven't played it by now, then you gotta do yourself a favor and play it. It's out. You can play it on almost anything. You can emulate it. You can probably even emulate it on your phone if you really wanted to. Okay, so for this part, if I remember correctly, you gotta stack the statues. And in order to do that, you gotta bring one of them not down that elevator, but over here. And then just kick it down. Splunk. And then you can bring the other one over and kick it down as well. And splunk. There, perfect. Even lines you up for him perfectly. Descend. There's a couple of chests in this area as well, so I'm just gonna comb it, just make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh my goodness gracious, you can hold on forever. It's only when I get up there do you not have the ability to hang on anymore. So there's a chest in here, and then there's a couple of chests, I think, up above, but it's really spotty trying to get, yeah, up there. It's really kind of spotty getting up there, and I probably wasn't even doing it the correct way when I did it the first time. So let's see, I gotta bring the statues over. Okay, you gotta bring them like somewhere in this area. And then you jump up here. You jump up here. Don't jump over there, because then it'll start the time thing, even though I need to put the statues over there. Okay. Okay. Can you not grab onto those as like a ledge, or do you just have to kind of make the jump? Oh, you can. Okay. And then try doing it from here. Oh, okay. That wasn't as hard as I remember it being. I think before I kept trying to land over here somewhere. Okay. Alright, well, that was way less painful than I thought it was going to be. So now we bring the statues back around here. Actually, that should be enough for blades. Level 4, we should be able to decimate through enemies at this point in the game. Because I don't think they expect you to be that strong with a weapon. They kind of expect you to kind of be a little more balanced with your points, but I'm not being balanced. 9,000. That's going to be a while. But we have... That attack is okay. It's not very strong at this point, but it's there. But it's the strength that your base attacks do that really matters. Okay, let's put this where we need to put it. And then let's attempt the timed segment and try and get it done on the first go, so that she doesn't turn into a ghost. I remember on the Vita version and the PS3 versions, there was a trophy that you could get for doing this segment in the first try.
Kratos, I'm slipping. You must get here quickly. I can help you. We can save Athens, but you must hurry.
Why didn't I just put the statues right underneath you and then you just slide down onto them? I feel like that would have been way easier than doing this whole elaborate puzzle that's seemingly very perfectly placed for me to catch you. Okay, understood. Don't get chopped up by these things. Jump. The key is to not panic. How much time do I have? Jump. 45 seconds, that seems pretty good. Go up here, jump on the rope, jump across from the rope, do a balancing. Oh my goodness, I almost just walked right off. You see, these balancing sections are kind of easier. It's wider. Okay, let's start going a little faster here. Jump down. Look at that. A million years to spare. Another cutscene that probably should be censored, but yet, you know. The benefits of being a small channel. They don't care about you. Unless you, like, absolutely say something disgusting that would get you cancelled no matter where you were.
Or is it Athens you have come to save?
No, I can't. We must not stop.
And when the Oracle looked into his soul, she saw a beast as well as a man. Once a captain in the Spartan army, Kratos had begun his command with only 50 soldiers. But soon his numbers grew to the thousands. His tactics were brutal, but effective. Drunk with power, he was feared by all, except one. His wife was the only one to brave his fury.
How much is enough, Kratos? When will it end?
When the glory of Sparta is known throughout the world.
The glory of Sparta. You did this for yourself.
His desire for conquest knew no bounds, but that which he desired would ultimately consume him.
By the gods, why would Athena send one such as you?
Stay out of my head!
Choose your enemies wisely, Kratos. Your brute strength alone will not be enough to destroy Ares. Only one item in the world will allow you to defeat a god. Pandora's box, which lies far beyond the walls of Athens, hidden by the gods across the desert to the east. But be warned, Kratos. Many have gone in search of Pandora's box. None have returned.
Never realized how much of this game was a red herring. And if you don't know what a red herring is, in simple terms, it's a lot of things resulting to nothing, or not like the desired outcome, I guess, or the commonly thought of outcome. Like, I go to Pandora's temple, yeah, Pandora's box. It's seemingly the only thing that can help me destroy the gods, which I guess it is. It turns you big, but like all these powers I'm getting from all the other gods, like the lightning and the blades and everything, like, you know, they're kind of useless. Like, you lose them eventually, and then they amount to nothing. And then what? I don't know. We're gonna save here. Let's get a time. It's 1:44 in the morning. How long have I been recording for? 38 minutes. That's not that long. We got plenty of time. Just want to go up the hill quickly here. Once you get to the top of this hill, it kind of acts as one of those areas that's, you know, like you have no idea what it means until you get to the end of the game type thing. Well, I mean, you kind of have an idea of what it means. If you come up to here and click the R2, standing here gives you a foreboding feeling. It is as if your ultimate fate were tied to this very ledge. And obviously the foreshadowing was there right at the beginning of the game, when you leap off said edge and then the game starts. But here, absolutely no reason why this is here until you get to the end. It is a strange monument. You are not sure of its meaning or purpose, and then the statue of Athena is not listening to you. But there is a chest, so there is a reason to come up here this early on in the game. You get a magic feather. Nice. I'm hoping there's a health chest somewhere around here that I can use just to be safe. But yeah, that's kind of the... I like it when games do that, when there's something that you're introduced on, or that you're introduced to. It's not that early on in this game, I suppose, but it's introduced early enough that you kind of forget about it the rest of the game, and then you don't really think about it till the end, and then you're like, oh, okay, yeah, like your learning comes full circle and you understand the meaning of it. I haven't had any more disk not reading issues, which is nice. I'm not really sure why it happened the first time. I was kind of worried that the game was even going to start, because I haven't touched the PS2 in months, and it was it's like watching an old car start up. Like, you could hear it sputtering, and you could hear the laser moving around trying to read the disc, and it's constantly spinning trying to read it and everything. And eventually it did. Like, I just popped the disc out, reseated it, and it started to load up. So it's been fine right now. We're in the sewer section. There's a chest back here as well. Nice. Another magic feather. Okay, we're good. We just got that matched with the health. The water was kind of cool here. I thought in some parts of the game, like when you walk through the water, it kind of ripples outwards, like how water does anyway. Are both of these? Okay. I'm gonna save those, because I know there's a combat section up here, but I think I'll be fine. Yeah, I gotta take out the archers. Where are the archers? There's the archers. Okay, I'm gonna lure these guys over here because I'm a coward. These. What is that sound out the window right now? We live near coyotes, and you can hear them yipping sometimes. One time, it just sounded really weird. We got it on video or something. It was, we'd heard it before, but we didn't get it on video because we were just too perplexed by it. And it doesn't sound like a coyote. We had to look up kind of what it was, and we found one video that kind of confirmed that. But it was strange. But I think that's what I'm hearing right now, which is fine. Okay. Can I reach that guy from here? No. Alright, let's take out the frickin' archers, who are the strongest characters in the game, it would seem. Take that guy out. I'm pretty sure they respawn again. I gave you lots of health around here. 3 chests. But they don't sit. Okay. Just these 2 guys? Oh, okay. All of them. sure why it took them that long. Okay. It should be it. They usually they usually come in either waves of 2 or 3. But I think that's good. I don't think there was another chest around here. Got those 2 other chests earlier on, so that should be fine if we really need to come back and use them. And there's one up here. Perfect. This guy. These guys are the stronger guys. But by now we have more power to take them on, plus they give free health. That guy's gonna sideswiped his own dude. There's more archers around, I think. I was playing PSP game the other day just because I had some time to myself. And, okay. I'm sorry for the button mashing. And just avoiding these kinds of enemies and the bigger types of enemies that you face in that game. I'm pretty sure it was the Chains of Olympus version. It is difficult to do. That's gonna hurt. It's difficult to do because if you may or may not know, depending on how old you are, the PSP was the thing that came out before the PS Vita. And the PSP came out in 2004, and for whatever reason, well, maybe I guess it wasn't the most powerful thing on the planet. 3D graphics and kind of like first-person games, I guess would say, didn't really exist on portables, and the PSP had a few of them, which was good. Okay, I'm gonna button mash this guy, so just be warned here. I need the health. But the PSP had a few of these first-person games, and even for some third-person games, like God of War, would have benefited from. But I guess originally it wasn't the intention to have these kinds of first-person games on the PSP, which meant it didn't get a second analog stick, which also meant that for games like third-person games or first-person shooters or something like that, they had to improvise with the types of controls that they already had. So, I mean, God of War is pretty playable without the second joystick, I guess. It's not imperative that you have the second joystick as long as you have the function that it is assigned to in the game somewhere, which the PSP did. It uses the L and R buttons and the little nub stick thing for the dodging. We have to press them, the L and R, at the same time, and pray that it works, I guess. Which it doesn't always, and it's also just... Ooh, there's a chest in here. And it's also just very slow. It's brutal. Especially if you're trying to block at the same time. Like, it's a lot easier to kind of, like, block and flick out all the way with a second joystick than holding the block button already and then hoping that the R button registers with it and trying to move out of the way. I really went on a rambling tangent there just because of a joystick. Get back into the game here. I think these are just points chests, aren't they? Yeah, okay. Nice, nice, nice. Getting up to 9,000, almost there. There's a Cyclops, okay. I also forgot that, I thought I may have mentioned this in one of the other episodes. One of the games has you try and collect Cyclops eyes, and I thought it was this one, because there's a bunch of the Cyclops, but it's in God of War 2 actually, where I'm pretty sure when you're fighting the Cyclops, when there's the little rider guys that are on top of them, when you pull them down, it gives you a chance at beating the Cyclops by, I guess, attacking the eye, and you rip the eye out, and then you get, I don't know, unlock something at the end of the game by collecting 20 of them, which is quite a bit. Yeah, because there's no real, at least for these guys, there's no quick time event that's associated with the circle pressing. You just kind of do that to damage them a bunch. Ugh. Boom. Bam. Pop. Damn, got him. I was there. Ooh. There's circles, there's mashing. That's all these guys are, and there's archers. Okay, the archers have to die. I'm not gonna try and do this while they do so much damage for some unknown reason. And then just keep shooting me, okay. Okay, do these guys respawn? Yes, no, yes, no. Yes, no, the other guys took a while to respawn. I'm gonna go with no, which means, where do these guys go? I'm just gonna cut probably the parts of me mashing the buttons out, because I'm not gonna keep going over that. It's just annoying. It's annoying for me, it's annoying for anyone watching, so let's just get rid of it. That sounds awful out of context, but in the context, it's needed. Okay, grab the wrong guy. I grabbed him too late. Not doing too bad though. And some people may find it arbitrary to play these games over, even though I've already played them, so it's not as much a shock experiencing the story for the first time. But I mean, there is a kind of shock, I guess, that comes with it when you're playing hard mode. Like, you experience a game that you've had so much fun with before, and there's just a new challenge element, I guess, to it that's shocking, which is nice. It makes the game feel fresh again, because you're not just kind of puttering through it. So far, the first game's been pretty good for that. It hasn't been terribly difficult. Like I said, though, I'm worried more about the Ares fight, because that one can be pretty punishing right at the end when you just have the big sword that you fight him with. It takes a lot of... It's a patience battle as well, because if you kind of get knocked around by him a bunch, he makes you pay for it, and you lose health. Like I said, I think I mentioned this again, it's been a while, and I have no idea what I've said already in previous episodes, but when you fight him, it's a lose and gain type of fight. Okay. Where when he hits you, he gains your health, but when you hit him, you gain his health, and it becomes a type of tug of war situation, and it can literally go on forever. But usually, because he's pretty overpowered and unbalanced by that point in the game, he'll just end you first, and then, you know, the unbalance kind of fixes itself. Okay, I don't think there's any more chests in this area, so we will ascend to upwards to ground level. Where is this? Can't go back there, don't need a chest. Doing fine, no chest under the stairs, going up spiral stairs. Every God of War game, I'm pretty sure, except for the new ones, had a spiral staircase like that. Yeah, we come up somewhere, yeah. I love how these old games all just kind of loop around. It makes the scale of everything massive by keeping it in the same place. Because, I mean, it's pretty easy to make something feel massive when you just teleport and go from realm to realm and place to place. But to have one big place, and like you go to different parts of it and you loop around to it and it's all interconnected like that, it's a really cool thing. I don't think too many modern games really do that anymore, just because we've been spoiled with the sense of scale of everything. But in these older types of games, like having these little massive worlds on your PS2, your Xbox, or whatever, was really a treat. You know, this little DVD, you have this massive world, and I guess Minecraft was kind of that thing when it was in its early stages, especially on the older consoles, the PS3 and 360 versions. Even though the worlds weren't infinite, it was still pretty acceptable for when it came out, and even the Vita had the same size world, and having that whole huge experience right in your pocket, it's really something that's gone underappreciated nowadays. It's not really talked about in the same way, I suppose. Okay, this part, the desert part, there are a lot of chests. I didn't even know there was a chest there. What I think I'll do for this part to spare you guys is I'm going to defeat the sirens, I guess they're called. Yeah, they're floating over there. That's a flag. Oh man. Alright, let's get down, turn into a little blur of Kratos. Alright, what I'll do here is defeat the sirens and just cut all the parts of me getting the chests, because there's just a bunch of chests out here, just to save some time.
Kratos, the journey forward is perilous, but one you must complete if you are to have any hope of saving Athens.
The Oracle spoke of Pandora's box. Can it be real?
The box exists. It is the most powerful weapon a mortal can wield.
And with such a weapon, I could defeat Ares.
With the box, many things become possible, and so it is hidden well, far across the desert of lost souls. There is safe passage through the deadly sands, but only those who hear and follow the siren's song will discover it. You must find the sirens, Kratos. Only they can guide you to Kronos, the Titan.
A Titan lives?
Kronos is the last. Zeus has commanded him to wander the desert endlessly, the temple of Pandora chained to his back, until the swirling sands rip the very flesh from his bones. Stay true to the song of the siren, Kratos. Your journey begins here. Pray it leads you back to Athens, with Pandora's box. Follow the song of the sirens, Kratos. Find and destroy them all, and the path through the deadly sands will be open to you.
Poor Kronos, eh? Like, destined to carry a frickin'... I don't know if you can hear the train in the recording. A temple on his back for all of eternity, and then, like, later on in God of War 3, just get zapped back to the present. That took me a while to understand. Like, by the time you get to the end of God of War 2, because she says, Athena says there, he is the final Titan, or the last living Titan, even though the stuff with Gaia is kind of... Is she in spirit? Is she actually there by the second game? Who knows? But, by the end of God of War 2, you kind of zap all the Titans from the Great War time, when they're fighting young Zeus. You zap them back into the present, and then that's where they all come from in God of War 3. Originally, I just thought he found them somewhere, and then they started fighting. Okay, where are the sirens? Where's one? I have the TV volume turned very low, just so it doesn't echo in the recording. So I am flying blind here, audibly and visually. Let's see, because I'm pretty sure there's no designated spot that they kind of hover in. You just have to find them. I hear something. Where? The sirens can be pretty deadly too. If you don't block their attacks, they'll just keep... Oh. Designated spot. Oh, come on. It took me forever to find you. Come back. Yeah, those. Her attacks are so quick. So you gotta be careful. No long combos here. Just be careful. Patience is key. We'll get there eventually. We upgraded the blades so we do more damage. Just, oh my god. I have full health there, and that's what happened. See ya. Armbar. There are 2 more sirens you must find.
You must find and destroy the 2 remaining
Could have
sirens
told me that before. Okay. So, I have found no chests so far. I know there's some on like the outskirts. But I'll just cut to when I have found the other siren, just to save time. Time is sacred. I can never remember correctly if once you defeat all the sirens, the dust clears up. I don't remember if that was a thing, and then like you could kind of just go back and find it. Just I heard one. Where was it? Why am I dodging that? Oh, there's another chest. Right, I said I would cut out all these parts, yet I'm finding them. I heard a siren. I keep hearing her around this area, this bottom area. Wait. I see her. Finally. And she's got friends. Please tell me I can just kind of take you out before they take me out. It's like, if I remember correctly, if you don't kill her, she just kind of leaves. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, I'm getting... No, don't start singing again. Stop. Some heavy attacks in there. Okay, these guys are health. Remember that. We have to got her. Finally. Jeez, that was only the second one too. For you guys, it's quick because I can jump cut and editing is magical. For me, I have to actually go through time because that's just how physics work. Okay, I'm gonna take these guys out here and get some health because that sucked. And I lost a lot of health doing that. Just wasn't careful. PS2 fans are kicking into gear. Alright, button spamming time, brace your ears. Thank God they fixed this in later games. Okay, I'm not gonna get to full health with that. Man, playing the desert part... Oh, don't kill him. Playing the desert part in whatever resolution this is trying to be, 480i or less, with the dust part, is brutal. Like, I cannot see a thing. The recording is probably no better, but I guess that serves as the sense of being the desert part, because you're not supposed to see. So I guess it's more immersive that way. But there is a final siren, and once I find the final siren and get into the temple, that will be it for this video. Because I need to go to bed because my brain is tired from doing English stuff all week and writing. I wrote a paper, I kid you not, like I had to do a paper for my online class. And it's due on the 1st, November 1st, mind you. So I had time, and I had time, but I just decided on Tuesday this past week to crunch it out in, oh, there's more guys. Okay, to crunch it out in like 2.5 hours, and I got the whole paper done. It was like 5 pages, and I had another 5-page paper I had to do, but I got that done. Actually, I finished that today. On Friday, while I was at work. Okay. Suck level 1 magic. Okay, I'm actually hurting. don't want to use Rage of the Titans because I don't need to, but who's got the circle? You do, yeah. Yes. Be done and over with, please. There's a health chest. I can try and take these guys out, but I might just try and kill them and just use that health chest because you don't come back here. Look at that. That's a weird placement. Alright. Okay. Let's take you guys out. Oh, it's so hard to see them. But again, nostalgia factor, it's supposed to look bad because it's very easy to make it look good. The fact that recording PS2 stuff is even doable in this day and age with how modern technology and old technology communicate with each other, it's a miracle in and of itself. There's a certain charm to it, okay? You need to not be here anymore. Thank God that part is over. Because that sucks, and I'm pretty sure the dust does not fall away. Pretty sure I got all the chests out here. I got like 5, I think, total. Which I don't think there was more than 5. Let's see, where's the temple? It should be over here somewhere. Yes, it is. Get the health chest and that oh so sweet save spot. Beautiful. I think there's a couple chests in here. Oh, look. Vision, it's back. There's 2 chests in here as well. I really thought you'd get pulverized, didn't they? I don't think you come back to this area either, so I'm actually just gonna top up my magic. Because there's 2 chests. That one changes. Yeah, okay. That one changes, and you don't come back here. So, with that, that will be the end of this episode. That was a long time for a save point. That will be the end of this episode. Thank you all for watching, and again, I just like to say a huge thank you for all the support on part 1 and part 1 and part 2. I didn't think the series would get as much love as it did, but you know, I guess love is subjective. For some, 180 views is not much, but for me it means the world. So whenever I get time, maybe tomorrow, even tomorrow's Saturday, get some time for an episode 4 in there, just so there's something to tide everybody over with, because we're in the heart of the semester now. Getting papers, getting midterms and everything done leaves not a whole lot of time for much. So with that, I will see you in the next one.